You are not seeing things. The K-pop world is in a state of shock, and every Monstee's heart skipped a beat. Imagine being in the middle of enjoying the high-energy performance of Hot Sauce when suddenly an unexpected incident occurred on the Taipei Fancon stage last night. Our beloved visual, Ahyeon of BABYMONSTER, experienced a moment that made everyone hold their breath. In a split second, Ahyeon fell in the middle of an intense choreography. It was not because of exhaustion or a lack of focus, but because of the ultimate enemy of female idols: incredibly high heels. But wait, before you panic, there is a reason why this video went viral, not just because of the fall, but because of what Ahyeon did afterward. Local Taiwanese media even gave her massive headlines this morning. Was this a pure accident or negligence on the part of the stylist? How did the other BABYMONSTER members react when they saw their center fall in front of thousands of eyes? Stay here, because we are going to break down the chronology, the details of those deadly shoes, and the reason why Ahyeon is being called the professional queen of the fifth generation. Let's dive into the tea. Now for the context and the euphoria in Taipei. The BABYMONSTER Fancon in Taipei was truly one of the most anticipated stops. The enthusiasm of the fans there was on another level. Since the morning, the venue was filled with a sea of red and black. BABYMONSTER is currently at the peak of their performance after the release of Drip and massive promotions. The atmosphere inside the hall was electric. The members looked stunning with visuals everywhere. Ahyeon, as usual, radiated a strong ace aura. She is truly the definition of main vocal vibes and center material. The show opened with hit songs, and everything went smoothly until they reached the set list for the song Hot Sauce. The song Hot Sauce has a very dynamic choreography with many leg movements and requires extra balance. Ahyeon performed powerfully with stable vocals and perfect facial expressions. No one suspected that behind the perfect performance, there was a ticking bomb at Ahyeon's feet. Fans in the front row even said that Ahyeon looked very excited before the incident happened. Now, let's talk about the moment that made us all nervous. During the intense dance break section of Hot Sauce, Ahyeon performed a fast transitional move. This is where the main villain appeared. If you look closely at the footage circulating on X, Ahyeon was wearing platform boots with super high and thick heels. While those shoes might look cool and make her legs look long, for an idol who has to dance on a slippery stage, it is a deadly challenge. When making a step, Ahyeon's foot appeared to twist because the heel did not plant perfectly. In the blink of an eye, she lost her balance and fell quite hard. The sound of the impact on the stage was reportedly heard by fans sitting in the VIP area. Imagine the pain. Falling in shoes that high is not just about embarrassment, it's about the risk of a serious ankle injury. Thousands of fans immediately screamed in hysteria. The once cheerful atmosphere suddenly turned tense. But this is where the miracle happened. If other idols might need a few seconds to process the pain or embarrassment, Ahyeon is built different. Without a pause of more than 2 seconds, Ahyeon immediately used her hands to support her body weight, performed a small roll, and stood up. Yes, you heard that right. She stood up straight immediately, as if it were part of the choreography. Her facial expression was even more incredible. She showed no sign of pain at all. As soon as she stood up, she grabbed the microphone and continued her lyrics with vocals that remained stable and on point. No shaky tone or shortness of breath from panic. Literally, she ate that stage. Ahyeon's professionalism immediately gave netizens around the world chills. Many said that Ahyeon inherited the very strong YG DNA, where the show must go on no matter what happens. She didn't want to ruin the moment for her fans in Taipei just because of a falling incident. She gave 1,000% of her energy until the song ended. Fans on Twitter immediately flooded the platform, saying that this is why she is the ultimate bias and that Ahyeon is not a rookie, but a seasoned pro. This news did not just stop among fans. Local Taiwanese media really highlighted this incident. The next morning, various entertainment news portals in Taiwan carried headlines about the miracle girl from Korea who still performed stunningly despite a hard fall. The Taiwanese media praised how disciplined K-pop idols, especially Ahyeon, have in maintaining the quality of a performance. They mentioned that Ahyeon showed a fighting spirit rarely seen in new artists. On the other hand, this also triggered a heated debate in online community forums. Many netizens began to criticize the YG Entertainment stylists. They questioned why she had to wear shoes that high for a song as fast as Hot Sauce, and argued that idol safety should be the priority over fashion aesthetics. We all know that Ahyeon is often given the most striking outfits, but this time, many felt the agency should be more careful. A talent as big as Ahyeon should not have to suffer a long-term injury just because of impractical shoes. Stay safe, our queen. That is the complete chronology of the falling incident that caused a stir in Taipei last night. One thing is for sure, this event further proves that Ahyeon is not just a visual, she is a true performer with extraordinary dedication to her fans. She truly proved that she deserves to be at the top. But honestly, it's still a bit scary to watch the video again. We hope Ahyeon is okay and that their medical team has ensured there are no serious injuries to her leg. We pray for the best for the health of Ahyeon and the other BABYMONSTER members so they can complete this Fancon tour safely until the end. Now, what do you think? Do you think the fault lies with the stylist for giving her shoes that high, or was the stage simply too slippery? And how proud were you to see the way Ahyeon got back up? Write your thoughts in the comments below. I will be reading them and giving hearts to the most interesting comments. Don't forget to click the like button if you love Ahyeon, share this video with your fellow Monsties, and most importantly, subscribe and turn on your notifications so you don't miss the hottest and most updated K-pop news, only here. See you in the next discussion. Goodbye. Beyond the immediate reaction to the fall, we have to look deeper into the ripple effect this has caused within the global K-pop industry. This specific incident involving Ahyeon has reignited a massive conversation about the physical demands placed on Gen 5 idols. When we look back at previous generations, the focus was often on synchronized dancing and high notes, but now the expectations for a perfect visual aesthetic combined with high-intensity performance have reached a breaking point. The Taipei Fancon served as a wake-up call for many. Experts in the industry are now weighing in on the discussion, noting that while the show must go on, the safety of the artist should never be the price of a spectacular stage. Furthermore, let us talk about the group dynamic that occurred during those tense seconds. While the focus was on Ahyeon, eagle-eyed fans noticed how the other BABYMONSTER members reacted. There was a split second of visible concern on their faces, yet they followed Ahyeon's lead by maintaining their formation. This speaks volumes about their training and the bond they share. They trusted Ahyeon to recover, and she did not let them down. It is this kind of teamwork that proves why BABYMONSTER is being touted as a monster rookie group. They handle crises with a level of maturity that you usually only see in groups that have been in the industry for 10 years or more. The reaction from the Taiwanese fans, or the local Monsties, also deserves its own discussion. Many fans who attended the event reported that the energy in the room actually increased after the fall. It was as if the audience wanted to give Ahyeon extra strength to compensate for the accident. The fan chants became louder, and the support was palpable. This emotional connection between an idol and their audience is what makes K-pop so unique. It is not just about the music, it's about witnessing the human spirit overcome obstacles in real time. Ahyeon didn't just perform a song, she shared a moment of vulnerability and strength that her fans will never forget. In another discussion, we must address the history of YG Entertainment and their legendary stage presence. From Big Bang to 2NE1 and Blackpink, YG artists have always been known for their charisma and their ability to own the stage regardless of technical difficulties. Ahyeon is clearly continuing this legacy. When she fell and immediately bounced back, she channeled that same energy that made her seniors global icons. This incident has solidified her reputation as a true performer who can handle the pressure of the spotlight. Netizens are already comparing her legendary recovery to other famous stage saves in K-pop history, and many are saying Ahyeon's might be the most impressive yet because of the sheer height of her footwear. Looking forward, what does this mean for Baby Monster's upcoming performances? There is a high probability that the management will be under immense pressure to review the footwear choices for the rest of the tour. Fans are already starting hashtags and sending messages to the agency demanding that the girls be given safer shoes. While fashion is a huge part of the K-pop experience, the risk of a torn ligament or broken bone is simply too high. If Ahyeon had been injured, the entire tour could have been jeopardized. This discussion is now trending on various platforms, and it will be interesting to see if we see a change in their wardrobe for the next city. As we analyze the fallout of this event, we also have to appreciate the mental strength required to stay in character. Imagine the adrenaline pumping through Ahyeon's veins. Falling in front of thousands of people can be a traumatizing experience that leads to stage fright. But she didn't let that happen. She kept her head high and her smile bright. This kind of mental fortitude is what separates a good idol from a great one. Ahyeon has proven that she has the heart of a lion, and this incident, while scary, has only served to make her more respected in the eyes of the public. In our final discussion for today, let us reflect on the power of social media in shaping these narratives. Within minutes of the fall, clips were already being edited and shared across TikTok, Instagram, and X. The speed at which K-pop news travels is breathtaking. This allows for instant global support, but it also puts a lot of pressure on the idols to be perfect at all times. Thankfully, in this case, the narrative has been overwhelmingly positive and supportive. Ahyeon has turned a potential disaster into a career-defining moment of triumph. What are your thoughts on the mental pressure idols face to be perfect even when they're hurting? Should there be stricter regulations on stage safety and attire? Let us keep this discussion going in the comments. Your input is what makes this community so great. We will continue to monitor Ahyeon's health and provide any updates if the agency releases an official statement regarding the incident. For now, we can all breathe a sigh of relief that our queen is safe and as powerful as ever. Stay tuned for our next discussion, where we will dive into more K-pop news and updates.